What's going on, guys? To another episode of Colorado Native Outdoors. It is now Saturday, what is the day? Oh crap, the 13th. It's a kind of a chilly morning, but we're not stuck, but we're kind of stuck. We came up to the power line this morning, but we can't make it up the power line road. The four-wheel drive and this thing isn't working, and that road is super muddy. So I was able to get about a quarter of the way up in just two-wheel drive, and that was pushing it, because even down low I was sliding all over the place. But right now we're at the bottom, just kind of glassing that hillside above the power line where we seen the bear opening day. That one. We're able to see where me and my little brother seen that bear Wednesday, where it's about maybe 150, 200 yards from that spot. But I don't know what I want to do, because even if we spot a bear way up there, walking it is going to take forever to get on top of that bear if we see a bear way up there. Not to mention, I screwed up this morning. I kind of woke up a little late, so I was in a rush to get out of the house, and I forgot my pistol at the house. So we don't have Just In Case today, but we have Just In Case's little cousin, Stabby McStabstab, which is just a big ass buck knife. Either way, yeah, we're kind of naked today, so I don't know if I want to be walking through all that thick oak brush without my pistol and being alone. Yeah, we're kind of, like I said, we're limited on what we do today, just because of how wet the road is. And I didn't think it was going to be that wet going up to the power line, because over here on the main road, it's super dry. Super dry. But the road up is not. So, either way, I might actually head down to where my family is at this morning. It's also a really good spot for bears. I haven't been over there at all this year, even before season. So, I don't know. I want to stay here. I do. It's where we've been seeing a lot of bears. We just don't really have a way of getting on top of them today. Especially if they're way up, all the way up top. I mean, if they're all the way on top of this ridge in front of me, it would take me about 2.5, 3 hours to get all the way to a bear if it was all the way up top, just by walking. So I don't know. But I didn't expect it to be this wet this morning, or at all, which, I mean, it's good for two, well, has its pros and its cons. Pro, quiet when stalking because everything's wet. Con, everything's wet, and I have no four-wheel drive. So, I don't know. I think we might just head on down to the bottom to where my family's at. They still have their deer tags. Might poke around there for a bear or something. I don't know. That area that they're at is also mainly a walk-in only, which is fine. I don't mind walking in. But at least over there, if I get one down, because right here I have zero service. at the bottom. I only really get service here up top with the power line. So, yeah, if there was a bear here and I were to shoot it, I have no way of getting in contact with anybody to help get it out. So, I think that's what we'll do is we'll head on down low off the pavement. That's where they're at, is off pavement. And go poke around for a bear there. So yeah, I will see you guys when we get there. Alrighty, so we didn't go all the way down to where my folks were at. We actually just passed them. They're actually heading up top now because they didn't see anything where they were this morning. So now we're down low where we've typically been going in the evening and everything. So we're gonna walk up here. There's a old quarry. Well, not old, but there's a quarry right here. That's actually right behind me. That one of our hunting buddies seen a bear on right before season. And I mean, there's plenty of oak brush here. But yeah, we're gonna walk up to the top here and just sit there in glass. Hopefully, once the sun, the sun's already up, but hopefully once that sun gets beaten down more and the cold air turns into hot air, hopefully that road will dry up some and we'll be able to get up it later. But I don't really know. It's one of those things of I want to hunt that spot. For some fact, that's where we've seen pretty much the majority of the bears. We've seen 2 down low where we're at now, and the 2 twin bears that me and my buddy seen opening day when we were trying to find him a deer way up top. And that's it. All the other bears have been over there at the power line, so that's where I mainly want to hunt. I think that's where I'm going to have the best chances of getting a bear. I was sitting there looking around this morning before I started talking to you guys, and there's a few trees that I might be able to stick my tree stand on. Bad thing is I don't have my tree stand with me today, but I might bring it tomorrow. I don't know. Bad thing is I'm also going to have to bring my drill tomorrow to drill in my pegs. But I don't know, we might bring it. That's a nice buck track. We might bring it, I don't know. Where the trees are, it's actually right above where that guy killed that bear the other day. So oh man, funky smell over there. But either way, we're almost to the top of this quarry now. Ooh man, it's actually pretty steep. So get up here and we'll talk to you guys then. Alright, so we made it to the top, as you can see, of this quarry that's right in front of me. But I was thinking, hopefully we could see a little bit more from right here, but I can't. I can only see so much. I want to be able to see the other side of this ridge, so more over there, but I can't. I got all that behind me that I can look at, and everything up this draw, and over here, but that's it. So I don't know where it'd be. I'm trying to find a spot where I'll be able to see more over to my right on the other side of that ridge, so over there, but don't look like I can find anywhere to be able to see the other side of this. I do not know, dude. I do not know. I think that there's a lot of oak brush over here, so a lot of areas for a bear to hide. But comparing here to the power lines, is the oak brush over here. I'm not really seeing a whole lot of acorns compared to over at the power lines, which there's not much acorns over there either, but out of all the bushes I've looked at over here, I haven't seen a single acorn at all. Yeah, there's a bush right here next to me, and there's not a single corn on it, man. Nothing. Not a zip, zilch. There ain't shit for acorns. There's mushrooms. I don't know if a bear will eat those mushrooms, but there's mushrooms. I've never actually seen anything eat these weird ass mushrooms right there. I'm not a mushroom expert. I don't know what type of mushrooms those are. They're yellow though, but I don't know if they're edible. I don't know. It might not be edible to us. Might be edible to a bear. But like I said, I don't know if a bear will eat those. No clue. No clue. Regardless though, they ain't shit for food over here. Which is probably why we haven't seen very many bears over here. I mean, the power lines ain't much higher up in altitude than right here, but they're still higher. So, I don't know. Do not know where to go today at all, man. Kind of a rough ordeal in a way. Like I said, everything's wet, which is nice to being able to stalk, but all the roads are wet to where I can't get up them in just two-wheel drive. So that's a major problem. I do not know what to do today. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I don't mind hiking at all. You know, I'm an archery hunter. That's what I mainly do is hike. But this morning, I don't know. I was not really in a hiking mood. Really. I'm kind of tired because I woke up late this morning. Well, before I didn't wake up late, I woke up on time and I fell back asleep. And even when I fell back asleep, I just did not want to wake up. I didn't even want to get out of bed. But it's hunting season, so I forced myself to. So, any other day, I would have stayed in bed. But hunting season, nope. Not happening. Whether it's bear hunting, deer hunting, elk hunting, hunting's hunting. And I will make sure my ass crawls out of bed. Eventually. Yeah, I'm just, I don't know, kind of out of it this morning. So I don't mind going for hikes. I don't mind hiking. It's just I don't know how far I want to hike and how much I want to hike. But I'm just so out of it today. One of those things of, like just now, when I met up with my folks, is my stepdad's like, well, can't drive up it, walk up it. Okay, yeah, I can do that. I could. But that's a long ass hike all the way up to the top of that, and that's all straight uphill. Straight uphill. No easy walking at all on that hike. So, and like I said, I don't, any other day, I'd be all for it. That's exactly what we would have done this morning. But, today, no. Yeah, there's a lot of beautiful country over here where I'm at now. Good spot for bears. Amount of oak brush and everything like that. It's just, I'm not seeing any freaking acorns, man, at all. There's a bush right here in front of me. Let's go. Look at this one. Oh shit. Goddamn slippery ass pine cones. Yeah, there's just no freaking acorns anywhere on these bushes at all. Nowhere. I'm not even seeing any on the ground either. There's just no freaking acorns, man. There's this entire bush. And I found one teeny weeny lousy acorn out of this entire bush in front of me. I don't see any others. Even in the middle of this, I do not see absolutely, oh shit, any acorns at all. It's a rough ordeal, dude. Rough ordeal. Like I said, everything behind me is one of those things of, I don't know how, yeah, I can't go too much further back. Well, hold up, I'm facing the wrong way. Yeah, I can go a little bit more that way, but not much. Matter of fact, I can't even walk to the peak of that. So, or between it. Past that, I can't walk that either. I mean, I can walk a little bit further, but not much. I could walk about 300 more yards, and that's it. You know what? I'm saying screw it, and we're going back to power lines. Like I said, that is by far the best options we have, really. No, that's a lot more public over there, a lot more bears over there, and hold the fuck up, dude. That is easily sometime this morning, dude. Smells like shit. Bad thing is, there's no telling where this bear is. Yeah, that's sometime early this morning. That is a big pile of scat, dude. Holy shit. I don't know how I didn't notice it before. I don't know. But there's no telling which way this bear went. At all. That was a big pile of bear shit. Ooh, man. I found some nuts. I haven't. Where are the fucking nuts at, Yogi Bear? Where are you at? I want to know. That is what I want to know. Where are you at, boo-boo? Screw it. I'm gonna walk to this next little peak right here. There's a little point right there that I'm gonna walk to and see if we can't spot anything. So that scat is early this morning sometime. It's already cooled off, but that is super fresh scat. So we're gonna make our way over here while paying attention to Onyx to make sure that we can get to there. We should be able to. And I will see you guys when we get over there. Alright. Scratch that. I've already reached the end of the public, so I can't even get to that little point. So that being said, yeah, there's a bear that's been through here this morning, but that scat's a few hours old, which means that bear's a few hours ahead of us. He could be already 2 miles away. Who knows exactly where he's at? But we're just gonna make our way back down to the power lines and probably walk up that road or up a draw, somewhere in that nature. But yeah, that's the bad thing about this spot is it's a decent amount of public, but it's pretty easy to reach the private pretty quickly. So bad thing about here. So we're gonna ease our way on down to the bottom, get back to the car, and make our way back to the power lines. I'll let you guys know if I see anything between now and the car. So I found this little mud spot, and I wanted to come look, see if there's any tracks in it, because like I said, it rained recently, but I immediately found a paw, but it's one of those things of I don't know if it's alone or not. Now that's kind of a small track, but like right here. That one looks a little bit smaller than the toe prints right there. I don't know. Let's see, that's about my thumb width. It could be the same bear. I don't know. That's definitely not the same bear. That's pretty small. Longwood right there. I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell whether or not it's a sow with cubs or if it's just a young bear by itself. Let me track wise. Looks like right here he slid. Bam. And then bam. It might be the same bear. But I don't know, like, it's just that palm print looks small. Especially this one right here. That's pretty small. So it might be a sow with cubs. I don't know. So it's kind of hard to tell. Because I'm not really seeing a whole lot of small tracks in here. That's the only small track I've seen. But by the looks of it, track wise, is they either go around or they go up this. Most likely around, because, you know, bears are lazy. So, either way, we found some tracks. And we only found the tracks because it rained recently. This is already starting to dry up though, so probably yesterday or the day before. I don't know. But we found scat and we found tracks. Now we just need to find a frickin' bear, man. That's all we need, is just to find the frickin' bear. Question is, where is the frickin' bear? And is this bear a legal bear? So, I mean, that track, that is a nice, you know, not a big bear, but a decent sized bear. Looks like a legal bear, but like I said, there's that, wherever that one, small one was. Somewhere over there. I don't know. There's tracks all over the goddamn place. Kind of hard to tell if it has a cub or not with it. I don't know. Either way, we're still going to measure our way back down to the car. So I found more tracks next to this set of water right here. And I don't know if it's from the same tracks that were back there. But if they are, then it's definitely a loan. There's no other tracks with it. It just kind of circles and goes off that way. But that's a decent size track right there. I mean, yeah, put you somewhere where you're not gonna get in the mud. You know, slightly smaller than my hand, but not a bad sized bear. But it's a loan, so definitely a legal bear. And this is right before the car. Like I said, these tracks are either early this morning, last night, somewhere in that ballpark. But I went back to the car now, so just wanted to point that out, that I found more tracks, man. This might be a good spot to be later on in the evening, because of the fact that there's water right here. So I don't know. Those tracks there were leading this way somewhere in, you know, this direction, whether he's over there on that hill, or he's still on this side with us. No telling. But yeah, we might keep that in mind of just coming here this evening and setting up. Because it would not be a bad plan. There's the car. Oh, I'm gonna glass that hillside real quick, see if I can't spot anything, and then go from there. I don't know if you guys can fully see them, but just right there, there's a couple does. And actually, let's see something. I'm gonna guess probably about 45 yards. Right on the money, guarantee it. Damn. Never mind. The one closest down to the hill, or furthest down the hill right there, is right at 60. Seems a whole lot closer than 60 though. But they were just right there. I was sitting there looking at my onyx and just looked over and seen them. Either way, first wildlife of the fucking morning. Just wrong species. Hey, have y'all seen any bears poking around? Don't you turn your back on me. Don't you walk away from me. Get your ass back here when I'm talking to you. Y'all seen any bears? What about you, you little guy? Seen any bears? No? Alright, well. Guess I'll go screw myself. Jackasses. Simple question. Don't want to answer it. Greedy bastards. Alright, so we made it to the top, and so where we're at is actually, that's the other power pole that we've normally been sitting at. We're directly across from it. Where that guy shot that bear last weekend. It is right here in front of us. It's actually, so right there, that bald spot right there with those rocks is where his bear came off of, and she ran down to the other side. But too far. We're just on the other side of that. Bad thing is, topped out. I mean, I can see a lot, but I also can't, and I don't know how long we're going to be up here. Simple fact, rain clouds started to come in. So, and we're, I don't know exactly how far we are from the car, but I mean, we're a decent ways, you know. I can see the road where the car's at. I think I can, yeah, I can just barely see the car. But it's also right behind some pine trees and shit, so. But yeah, I don't know how long we're going to be up here. Due to the rain clouds. I still haven't seen anything move other than those deer. They're the only things I've seen. I haven't seen any oak brush moving. Nothing. So, I don't know if, you know, the rain and all that from last night. I'm assuming that's when it rained was last night. And the storm clouds coming in now just don't have anything moving. or what. But it's not really all that hot out either. It's actually, it's warm, but it's a manageable, warm. I'm not sweating my ass off, in other words, so. But I don't know, yeah, like I said, there's not much we can see over here. And because there's just all these bushes right here in front of us. I can't see the bottom really. At all. I can see some parts of the bottom right here in front of me and down there to the right of me, well, now to the left, but that's all I can really see for down low. Up high I see quite a bit. Like I said, this power line is lower than that one over there. That one's probably about another 100, 200 feet higher than this one. Matter of fact, I don't even know. Let's see. Will Onyx tell me what elevation we're at right now? Probably not. Hybrid. Yeah, we're at 8,000 feet of elevation. So yeah, that one right there is 8.2. So I was right. About 200 more feet in elevation. And that 200 feet in elevation really makes a difference. Now that we're over on this side. And this is the first time I've actually been on this side. Been to this power line. Or power pole. Because the private is just right behind it pretty much. Probably about 200 yards behind. And then everything behind me is the rest of the public. Oh. My pack just fell over for no goddamn reason. Goddamn skinwalkers. Tell you what, man. Either way, we're gonna glass for a bit. See if anything pokes out. But it's also just not really looking promising. And pay attention to these rain clouds. Because they kind of just came in out of nowhere. So, talk to you guys in a bit. As I'm sitting here thinking about it, so we know that one bear was killed out of here, what, that was last Sunday? This Monday? Tuesday? Last Saturday? Somewhere around there. Last weekend. I want to say last Sunday. We know that bear was killed out of here then. So last weekend. Bad thing is not coming up here at all during the week. I don't know if there's any other bears that have been killed out of here since Sunday. All I know is, last week and opening week, there was freaking bears everywhere, man. Everywhere. And what time is it? Let's see here. It's only 9:50. And this is right around the time, between 8 and 10. Or between 8 and like 11. Around that time frame is when we've seen all the bears. Except for that one bear last weekend. That Saturday. We were hunting with my family. And we came up here for the evening. That was the only bear that we seen in the evening. And that bear was on private. That chocolate bear. Every other bear before that, though, has been 8 to 11. And the only bears that we've seen in the afternoon were the twins. And that was right at like 12:58. So even then, 8 to noon is when we've seen all the bears. But yeah, that's a bad thing. Is only being able to come up on weekends. I don't know if anybody else has been up here during the week, and if any other bears have been killed out of here during the week. So I'm seeing crows fly around, but I see crows fly around all the damn time. There's a good chance that gut pile from last weekend is still, some of it might still be down there. No telling. I'm not walking down there to just go look. Unless there was a bear down there, that'd be a different story. But just to walk down there to see, don't think so. Not happening. But yeah, I don't know, man. This weekend, what the shit? This weekend seems slow. Real slow. Have we seen the tracks and the scat down low? And that's from early this morning, last night. The scat was, anyways. The tracks, on the other hand, probably same time frame. Early this morning, last night, or yesterday. Sometime after the rain, that's for sure. But yeah, I don't know. It kind of sucks that we can't drive up that road because of my four-wheel drive not working and it being muddy, because there's a lot over there that we still can't see from this side now. There's a whole draw that we cannot see. I hear the crow. I don't see the crow. I hear a truck though. Is that a dog? Dude, that was a dog. That's a loud ass bark, dude. It is a dog. It sounds like a four-wheeler instead of a truck. And that's the thing, is I don't see them, but I hear them. And those barks sound like they're just right there on the main road where I parked. All I know is those dogs better not be barking at a bear, man, because here in Colorado, it is illegal to use dogs for bears. Man's yelling at his dogs. All I can hear is, God damn it, something. But here in Colorado, you cannot use dogs to hunt bears. You can't tree bears, nothing like that. So you can't bait. It's all DIY. Find them walking around or in the oak brush or in an oak tree, whatever it may be. You can use dogs for lions. And you can use dogs to track after you've shot, but you cannot use dogs to find before shot. So, I don't know. I'm trying to find out where the hell they're at, because it sounds like they're just right here below me somewhere. But I don't see shit, man. I don't see the guy. I don't see the four-wheeler. I don't see the dogs. I don't see freaking bears. All I have seen are like 4 or 5 deer. And that's it. But I can't tell where the four-wheeler is. Because it sounds like it's right below me. I don't know if the camera's picking it up or not. No clue. It also sounds like it's on the other side of that bald bridge right there. There's a road, private road, all that. Private property. It could be on the other side of that. Because, I mean, there's a ravine right there, so. But there's also a ravine right where we're parked. No telling where those dogs are. Or where they're. But I want to say they're on the other side of that bald ridge right there. Would be my guess. Because, I mean, if they were right below us on the road, or we're parked at, that guy yelling would have been a whole lot louder than it was. I could barely hear him yell. Shitball McGee, man. Shitball McGee. I don't know what to do. So that's the thing is, I guarantee you there's still bears in the area up here. I would hope, and I would assume, that there's a lot of public around here. Let's see. If you guys put this away, can see it, is all of this. So there's a good chunk of BLM, but it's a matter of where the hell are they hiding? Because it's September 13th, I think is what I said this morning, right? Yeah, September 13th. So, bears will still be moving 12 to 20 hours a day. And at some point, a bear's going to poke his head out into the frickin' open. It's just a matter of right time, right area. So that's the thing. What the hell am I looking at over there? Turkey. Couple turkey right over there. I don't know how many exactly. At least 3, 4, somewhere around that ballpark. But, I mean, we could sit here all goddamn day long and potentially see a bear. But we could also sit here all day and never see a bear. Plus, I mean, to be fair, I also don't want to sit here all day because rain clouds, power pole, electricity. No, thank you. No, thank you. Regardless, though, we've been up here for about an hour now, hour and a half. And still, like I said, haven't seen any type of movement, whether it's a bear coming out or any type of movement of the oak brush. Nothing. So I don't know. Do not know. I just want to see one freaking bear, man. One bear. I'm afraid. I want to see one legal bear. One legal bear. That's all we need. That's stupid enough to go into a patch of oak brush or climb a tree, whatever maybe, and lets us get within roughly, in this thick ass oak brush, within probably 50 yards. Maybe 70. Depends. On the spot that it's at. Like, for example, everything that's right here in front of me, over here, limited to about 40 yards, give or take. Everything down there, limited to about 50 yards. Everything down there, at the bottom here, right down there, limited to about 50 to 70. It's a lot more open down there than it is all the way up here. But we need a freaking bear, man. There's one stupid bear. I don't care if it's a big bear, I don't care if it's a little bear. As long as it's a legal bear. That's it. And I know a lot of people might be thinking that I'm talking pretty loud. I'm not. I'm not. If there's a bear all the way down below me, it ain't gonna hear me. Now, if there's a bear 20 yards to the right of me, or behind you guys, or behind me, that's a different story. But further away, not really. Because I'm still, I'm not whispering, but I'm not talking loud either. I'm not being loud. So, I don't want to hear it. Oh, you're talking loud. You're never going to see a bear talking loud. Shut up. And you're never going to kill one sitting on your ass. Granted, am I ever going to kill one? I don't know. But, I mean, hey. It goes both ways. Can't tell me I'm talking loud when you're sitting there watching this right now. On your phone or on your TV. Maybe your computer? I don't know. You watch YouTube on a computer. It's a little weird. That's some old school shit. Or if you have a tablet, you can be watching on your tablet. Either way. Can't tell me I'm being loud. And that I'm not going to kill a bear. Speaking at the volume that I am. You can't kill a bear either. Sitting at home. Or a deer, or an elk, or whatever. You know. There's some turkeys again. 1, 2, 4 gobblers. 4 gobblers. Right down there. If only I had a turkey tag, we would totally blow the bear hunt and go kill a turkey. What to do, man. There just ain't shit for movement. They ain't shit for bears. There ain't shit for animals in general. There's a few deer and a few turkeys. And that's it. And that is it. That's crazy. Sitting right here, compared to over there at the other power line, or power pole, is over at the other power pole, 200 feet higher, I have perfect service. Right here, 1 bar. 1 whole bar. Skippity doo-dah, man. Skippity doo-dah. I don't know what to do. I'm about to go into the thick of it and just fucking wing it. I don't fucking know. I was hoping, honestly, that I would get all the way up here and I would spot a bear down at the bottom. That's not the case. Can't spot a freaking bear anywhere. Them bitches just disappeared. Moving hot and heavy. Last week and opening week. This week, they're like, nah. You've seen 9 of us. That's plenty enough. You had your chances. When in reality, didn't really have my chances. That opening day for closest I could get was about 175 yards. And that's it. Wednesday, never even seen that bear again after getting on it, so no clue on where that one went. And we haven't been on any other bears since. We've seen a lot more. Just haven't been able to get on them. Ooh, son of a bitch. I think it's starting to rain. This guy hitting the hand by some agua. Some bullshit, man. The fuck was that? A duck? Is that a crow? What the fuck type of fucking weird ass sound is that? Let's go investigate. We're coming right over here. I can't see shit. Can y'all see shit? I can't see shit. No, I don't hear shit. Whatever. Sound like a... shit. Sound like a duck, but it sounded like a crow. I don't know. We'll call it a drow. Yeah. I don't know. It was a weird sound. If it was a crow. A weird ass sound, brother. One weird ass sound. How am I losing my balance on this fucking rock? Horseshit. Screw it. I'm gonna. I don't know. Do not know. Hell, I don't want to be up here when it starts raining. But I also don't want to leave here because I know there's probably, like I said, still bears here somewhere. It's just a matter of finding them and getting on them. But we know that there was a bear or bears down low last night, early this morning, yesterday. Bad things. Hey, I found the crow. That's about where that gut pile's at. Yeah, damn near. So I wonder if it is still there. What was I saying? Shit. Oh. Yeah, if you're going down low. I'm looking around for that one. But bad thing is, that bear could already be, like I said, 2 to 3 miles away already. There's no telling where that bear's at. No telling. Are my lights on? Looking better not be. No. I'm about to say, dude. Some bullshit. But yeah, I think I'm meander back on down before it really does start to rain. And we get soaked. Or electrocuted. One of the two. Either way. Ease our way back down to the bottom and might just sit down at the bottom at the car and just glass and wait. Look around here instead of leaving here. Or you might just go back down to the bottom and set up down there. I really wish I had my tree stand. Let's go set up the tree stand right above that little water hole. Because you know for a fact, something's going to go back to that water hole. And it's not really a watering hole. It's just a puddle from the rain. But it's going to stay there since the sun fucking disappeared. It left us. And decided it was going to let the rain clouds come in. Fucking jackass. Which I don't mind. It's nice and cool. But I want to be able to drive up that goddamn road. I really need to figure out what's going on with my 4-wheel drive. Because it was working the day I first set up cameras. After that, no. He's just like, I'm going to quit now. So I don't know. No clue. And I'm assuming it's most likely the ground wire from the 4-wheel drive to the transfer case. Because it doesn't, you can't even hear it try to shift. So I'm assuming the ground might have popped loose or something wedged in it between the ground and the transfer case. I don't know. I haven't really had the urge to crawl underneath and look, but also haven't needed it, so. But now we do. Now we do. Anyway, I'm gonna stop chit-chatting, man, and make my way back down this thick shit. Which luckily, once I get past this initial brush right here, it opens up and then it stays open until I get down to the trees. And even the trees, it's not thick, so it was a pretty easy walk up. Didn't have to really go through much. So, yeah. I'm gonna make my way down to the bottom. And, we'll see you guys then. What the shit? Either way. So, this is seconds right after I just talked to you guys. Sitting here collapsing my tripod that you guys are on. And, I'm a gunshot. Right over there somewhere. And, forgot to mention that muzzleloader opened today. So, thing about it is, are they muzzleloader bear hunting? Muzzleloader deer hunting? They could be muzzleloader elk hunting, but the odds are of an elk being over here? No. No. Not the case. But, let's see. Wherever they're at isn't far. Because we're here, and that little square is where that shot came from. So, I don't know. Do not know. Kind of pisses me off, though. Pisses me off. It was only one shot, though, so it's definitely muzzleloader. But I think we're going to walk over here and glass and look. See what we see. I'll let you guys know. So, I decided I'm not going to walk over there. To the simple fact of, I'm assuming they have private land access. Because the private is just to the right of me. But, it's still only one shot. I just kind of wish I knew what it was. But we're back into the oak brush now, as you can see. So, we're going to make our way down. And then maybe drive around. See if we can't spot these guys. Or this guy. One of the two. And maybe be able to tell what they shot. I'm hoping it's a deer and not another bear. But I think I see a bear, but I can't tell. I cannot tell what it is, but I didn't see it from way up there. It's on the side of that hill. It's a big old black dot. Makes it, I have no idea if it's a bear or not. I cannot tell at all. But we're gonna make our way over there and find out. So it was indeed a bear. Bad thing is I watched it run onto private and watched it disappear onto the private. So kind of screwed there. I'm still trying to find where these gunshots came from. I heard a second one, But I'm not seeing anybody in orange anyway. But anyway, we're going back down to the bottom. So we're back down here at the quarry, just to the right of it actually. But as I was driving, I spotted this other little mud hole right here. So I figured I'd come look to see if I could find any tracks in it, and I found. That's the thing, is I don't know if it's from the same bear or not, but there's this one here, and they go this way right to the quarry, but to those tracks that were right there at that watering hole came this way. And I'm not seeing, besides these two tracks right here, 1, 2, I'm not seeing which way they go afterwards. Because, yeah, there's, oh, that's there. So it is heading. Any more? That might be a track right there. I can't tell. My guy says, yeah, he came from this way and went straight to that quarry. And then I don't know which way he went after that, because like I said, the tracks come back this way. So I don't know if it's the same bear or not. Is my dilemma. And this is the only other mud hole I'm seeing. I ain't gonna lie. I thought this was a spike for a minute. Nope. Just a branch. Okay, that's the only other mud hole that I'm seeing that's right next to that quarry right there. There's no other mud that way, because that's the way we walked to get up top. So it's one of the things I'm contemplating. Like I said, I really wish I had my tree stand, because I would most definitely set my tree stand up probably on that big pine right there. And just watch that watering hole. But it's also one of those things of, I might set my blind up in here and predator call. I just don't know where, you know? Cause yeah, let's see. I'm not seeing. I can't tell if that's a track or not. That could be a track right here. Right there. Looks like a palm print. Right here. But I can't tell. Because there's also cow prints in here. So I do not know. But like I said, that watering hole is just right above us. Literally right over that. And there's plenty of oak brush for a bear to come to. There's water right nearby. So just a thing of where I want to put my blind. Because I don't want to be seen from the road. You know. But I don't know. I might put it all the way back there. I don't know. I will figure it out and I'll let you guys know though. But I just wanted to show you guys that I found more tracks, but no telling if it's from the same bear or not. It looks like, good chance it is. Look like the same size, but who knows? Before I set up a blind here, we're gonna drive down the road a little ways. It's not far at all. and go to what should be another watering hole. So if it rained, I wasn't paying attention this morning to see if there was water in it, but there should be. And if there is, we might set up somewhere around there, which is where my brother killed one of his bears. It's a bigger watering hole, kind of more off the roadways, and not right next to that quarry. But yeah, it's just right down the roadways, so we're gonna go check that out, see what we see around there. Okay, so here's the second watering hole. That's actually a watering hole. Bad thing about this spot is it's right on the edge of public and private. Right there's private, right there's public. So it's kind of a hit or miss. But right there. And that track looks a lot more fresh. I mean, yeah, this ground's real wet. So I don't know. I do not know where I want to sit, dude, because so yeah, the private is just right to my right. But I mean, this ground is definitely, like, if I were to step on it, you know, it's fresh. And I'm saying, so that track there, that one there, and that one there. After that, it looks like there. But I don't see, maybe? Yep, right there. And then to there. But it doesn't look like it walks into the water area at all. Trying to think, here's an old track right here, a few days old at most. Same right there. Yeah, so now I have no idea on, that's a big bear. That is a big bear. I mean, you could see each claw mark, his entire hand. A decent sized bear. That one goes that way. And this one's probably last night sometime, would be my guess. But now I'm kind of stumped on where to go, man. Because I mean, we got the water over at the quarry, and we got the spot right here. Bad thing is, this spot here is, there's public, or there's private just right there, and there's private just right over there. So not a big area of public is the big problem. But there's oak brush, which is right there, and the oak brush right over there. But where we're parked right now is private on the other side. The rest of that mountain doesn't become public until you drive up a little ways, get past the brown sign. But right here is public, and on the other side of this little dam here is also public, where my brother shot a bear. So it's one of those things of set up here and wait, see if something comes in. Bad thing is I don't really have anywhere for me to set up my blind a whole lot. Except for maybe right up here. Right there near this fence line. Let's see. Let's come up here real quick and just take a gander. Yeah, because here's a trail right there. There's bear shit right there. Is maybe set up my blind right underneath this tree or something. And let's see, can I range? The watering hole is exactly 33 yards from where we're standing. The fuck was that? Oh, it's another car. That scared the shit out of me. Not gonna lie. But yeah. I don't know. That's a bad thing too, is this watering hole is right off the road. And there's no telling on when bears come to this watering hole. If it's early in the morning or late at night. Looks like the bear's been clawing at this. Don't look like it's climbed underneath it though. I'm not seeing any fur from what I can see. I don't know. I mean, that bear scat there is not super fresh. It's a few days old. But it's one of those things, if we hunt here, we're going to move the car to where I normally have been ending my videos, right there. Where my brother shot one, and where my stepdad killed a deer last year. But sitting here just watching or looking, but there's plenty of oak brush right here. I'm just not seeing how anywhere where a bear's climbing through. Maybe right here. I don't know. If I could find fur, that'd be great. But I'm not finding any fur. So, I don't know. Ooh. Oh, I'm stuck. Goddamn barbed wire. You know, I'm not seeing any scat right here on this trail, but that doesn't mean that they're not using it, you know? Yeah, I don't really know where to set. Either right here or up at the quarry. Bad thing is, like I said, is both of them are just right off the road. And this pile of scat, I mean, said it's a few days old. Full of acorns though. Yeah, that's already hard. But it's a decent sized pile of scat. I don't know, dude. I don't know. We're gonna make our way back to the car though and snack. Might just go down to where my brother shot his and where I've been ending my videos and all that, and come up with a game plan. Because I don't really know where would be the best place to sit. Because I mean, there's tracks at both watering holes, so that's the dilemma. Is figuring out which watering hole they're mainly going to. These tracks look a whole lot more fresh than the tracks at the quarry. So, either way, the car is just right there. So, we're gonna get to it, turn around, go back down there to where we're more off the road. Eat something. Oh, snack. Didn't really bring much food. Just snacks. And excited to come up with a game plan on what we want to do. Because I mean, it's currently, where'd my phone go? It's 11:40. So the things, find somewhere to sit, pitch the blind, and just sit there for a few hours or something, you know. Let you guys know. Well, it's only 12:30, but it's starting to rain now. So we might head back up to the quarry and just sit there for a bit, see if the rain lets up. Go from there, but I don't know. Like I said, it's one of those things if I still don't really know what to do or where to sit. You know, we got the bear tracks right here down at the bottom, and then we got the bear tracks right at the quarry. So I really don't know where would be the best place to sit at all. Will you shut up? God. But I don't know. Sitting here looking at weather and all that, I'll sit back there. It doesn't look like the rain's gonna go away really anytime soon. Right now it's kind of drizzling, but from what it's showing, it's supposed to rain the rest of the day. So, kind of put the damper on our thing. I don't really know, but today's kind of weird. I don't know. I don't know what it is about it. It just, something feels off about the day, you know? I've seen that one run onto the private, but I mean, there's no point on sitting on the public right there, because that bear's not coming off the private for a while, you know? This thing is, you know, deer, elk, antelope, bears, all of them, you know, all of them. They're pretty freaking smart. You know, they know where they're safe. So, and I mean, I didn't try going after that bear, but you know, that bear knows that where he went to was safe from the people with the pointy sticks and the giant pumpkins. So, we're pulling up to the quarry now, but I think that I do not know what to do. I don't want to really keep going back and forth between here and power lines. I know there's still bears over there, but I know there's also bears over here. It's just a matter of where the hell are they, you know? We ain't seeing shit. at all. Anywhere. And like down here there's a decent amount of public, but not a whole lot. It's kind of the issue. And the best spots, you know, right here at these watering holes, are right on the edge of public and private. Compared to power line is, yeah, there's a lot of private over there, but I don't really got to worry about private as much over there as I do over here. Oh, shit balls. Oh, I'm gonna stay here, and I'm not even getting out. That I might actually take a nap, but glass this hillside in front of me. See if anything comes off of it. While watching to the left, but I don't know. Said it's like muzzleloader season started and the bears just disappeared. They were like, yep, nope, there's a lot more angry pumpkins walking around. We're gonna go hide now. Whether those angry pumpkins are hunting bears or not. Now that archery season's still going on, rifle bear's still going on, and now muzzleloader has started. Bringing back my whole point of the dumbest thing ever is having rifle and muzzleloader interlap with archery. So, either way, we're back at the quarry. I'm gonna sit here and watch. Probably take a nap. I'll let you guys know. There's a doe right behind that tree. You can kind of see her legs. But she's just by herself. Makes me wish I had a deer tag. I would smoke her from here, man. Because where I'm sitting and where she's at, she's exactly 55 yards. I would drop her like a sack of taters. There she is. Yep. There she is. So, I decided to come back to the quarry and walk in. But I found more scat. Again, a few days old, but full of acorns. But we got all this oak brush in front of us. We just don't got a whole lot of public in front of us. I mean, we got a decent amount. So, I don't know how well you guys can see. But, I mean, oh, son of a bitch. There's a decent amount. We're facing this way, so there's a decent amount. So there's a scat here. I was going to go over there and kind of glass that back area where we walked to this morning. But I don't know exactly where I want to sit. A lot of good area to sit and just watch. I was contemplating on popping the blind up over here, but I don't know. I might go back for it. I don't really know. By the way, we found more scat at the quarry, but we found more scat. Now it's a matter of finding the bear that the scat belongs to. That's the biggest thing. Well, guys, I think today's just a bust, really. It was nice and cool this morning. It was cool when it started to rain. Now it is just freaking hot. And I mean, we haven't seen any movement. We haven't seen any oak brush move. Nothing. So I think I'm gonna call it a day and just head on home. And most likely, not even a most likely, probably most likely am, even though I just said not most likely twice. Whatever, either way, I'm more than likely coming out again in the morning. Where we go? Nah, I don't know. Might come here, might go over 2 power lines. I don't really know. Ooh, man. So, go down. Thank you. All I know is it's hot. I'm still pretty tired from this morning, and I'm hungry. So, with that being said, this will be the end of this video. Make sure you like, subscribe, hit that bell so you know when I post. And go check out the Instagram at Colorado Native Outdoors, where you'll see pictures and sometimes videos of what I don't post here on YouTube. But with that being said, we catch you guys in the next one. See you later.